I get it. You've been scrolling through endless espresso machine ads, seeing glossy photos of sleek stainless steel units, and every product description promises caf quality coffee at home. Then you read the fine print and wonder if you'll end up with a machine that looks impressive but delivers a watery, inconsistent shot that makes you miss your morning commute just to find a decent cup. That hesitation is real, and it's why I wanted to break down the Breville dual boiler, model BES920XL, before you click add to cart. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the dual boiler isn't trying to be a one-size-fits-all entry-level appliance. It's positioned squarely in the serious home barista camp, borrowing features you'd normally find on a commercial espresso rig: 2 separate boilers for brewing and steaming, precise temperature control, and a dedicated grind dosing system. If you've already mastered a basic pump espresso machine and find yourself tweaking the grind, tamp, and temperature just to get a decent crema, this is the next logical step. But if you're still learning the basics, you might feel like you've bought a race car when you only needed a reliable commuter. Let's talk about daily usability. The machine has a fairly sizable footprint, about the size of a small dishwasher, so you need a dedicated spot on the countertop. The brushed stainless steel looks great, but the real work begins when you fire it up. You'll spend about 5 minutes for the dual boiler to reach its target temperatures, roughly 195 F for the brew boiler and a slightly higher range for the steam boiler. That warm-up time is longer than a single boiler model, but it pays off if you're pulling multiple shots and steaming milk for a latte art session. In practice, once the temps are locked, you can pull a shot in under 10 seconds, and the steam wand responds instantly, which is a huge win for anyone who wants to juggle espresso and microfoam without waiting. The dosing control is another practical point. Breville built a built-in grinder interface that lets you select the dose and grams directly on the machine's LCD. It's not a full grinder, but it syncs with most external grinders that have a digital output. What that means in the kitchen is you can program the exact amount of coffee you need for a double shot, press a button, and the machine will pause the brew once it hits that target. It eliminates the guesswork of timing your shot by the second and helps you stay consistent from cup to cup. In my own routine, I set it to 18 grams for a double, and the shot stops automatically at about 30 ml. No need to watch a timer. Now, the strengths. First, temperature stability is where the dual boiler shines. Because the brew and steam boilers are isolated, you can steam milk at full pressure without dropping the brew temperature. I've tried pulling a shot right after steaming a cappuccino, and the extraction still hit the same 93°C target, giving a consistent flavor profile. Second, the manual microfoam milk texturing gives you real control over the milk's texture. It's not a pre-programmed frother, you have to learn the technique, but that also means you can dial in the exact silkiness you need for latte art. Third, the LCD display is straightforward. It shows boiler temperatures, shot timer, and a reminder to purge the group head after steaming, which helps maintain hygiene and taste. The weaknesses are more subtle but important. The first is the learning curve. You'll spend a good chunk of your first week just figuring out the right grind size, DOS, and temp pressure before the machine starts rewarding you with that perfect shot. The machine doesn't have an automatic pressure profiling feature, so you're still dependent on your grinder and tamp to keep pressure in the 9-bar sweet spot. If you're used to push-button machines that do everything for you, the dual boiler will feel demanding. Second, the water reservoir is only about 2 liters, which means you'll need to refill it at least once a day if you're making multiple drinks for a family or a small office. That's not a huge issue, but it's an extra step compared to models with larger reservoirs or direct plumb connections. Third, the steam wand, while powerful, can be a bit noisy and tends to spray a little when you first open it, so you'll want a splash guard or a good-sized pitcher to keep your countertop dry. Who should buy it? If you already own a good grinder, enjoy tweaking variables, and plan to make espresso at least a few times a week, maybe you host brunches or run a small home coffee cart, the dual boiler offers a level of control that will keep you engaged and improve your coffee over time. It also makes sense for people who appreciate the ritual. Warming up the machine, dosing precisely, and perfecting microfoam are all part of the experience. The fact that Breville includes 2 free bags of specialty coffee when you register the unit is a nice starter perk, letting you